What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to another one of my advanced SARM review series. Today I'm going to be talking about RAD 140, RAD 140, otherwise known as Testolone. Be sure to subscribe to this channel as well as follow me on Instagram in case anything happens to this channel at Russo Lifts. I'm trying to rebuild my social media after my old YouTube channel got terminated. YouTube doesn't like honest content. So, today we're going to be talking about RAD 140. I have a lot of experience with this. Right off the bat, SARMs are for research purposes only. They are not for human consumption. I'm completely talking about my experiences, not to encourage anything, but provide a lot of information for free that you can use in your own research. I'm assuming you're looking around, trying to learn about RAD 140, so take my information with a grain of salt like you do anyone talking about them on the internet. Alright. RAD 140. RAD 140 is one of the most powerful SARMs, and it is a lot more androgenic than, say, Osterine. RAD 140, however, is still a non-steroidal in structure, so if you put up the chemical structure of testosterone versus RAD, they do not look very similar. RAD still looks more like a SERM, such as Nolvadex. RAD 140 is one of the most powerful SARMs. Like I said, it is very, very anabolic and slightly androgenic, a lot more androgenic than the other ones, and it comes with more side effects. The more power, the more side effects is how it always goes with steroids or SARMs. Now, RAD 140 is most noted for causing increases in strength. I see a lot of strength athletes, lab rats, utilize it for powerlifting. I also see its role in even top level bodybuilders, as one of the advantages of RAD 140 versus other steroids is that it does not hold any water whatsoever, and it causes a dramatic increase in muscle hardening and density. RAD 140 is also semi-active to binding with the prostate versus other SARMs such as S4, which really doesn't bind with the prostate at all, so keep that in mind. RAD 140 is also very suppressive and was developed as a male contraceptive, so it's basically going to cause full shutdown. Now, that brings up the thing of, do you need a test base for RAD 140? And that is completely dependent on if you're completely shut off or not. So RAD 140 will replace, as it was developed for TRT contraceptive, will replace your overall androgen level. However, you need to keep your estrogen level in check, because if your estrogen level is suppressed, that's going to lead to joint and libido issues. So personally, I have gone away with solo runs of RAD 140 and had no issues personally. However, I could say my estrogen was definitely being suppressed later on in the cycle, as I really stopped making progress and my muscles just stay hard and I looked very, very lean and vascular. But I think my estrogen was definitely suppressed. So if you're going to do a solo run of RAD 140, I don't really recommend exceeding 8 weeks. If you're going to use a test base or something that converts the estrogen under it, its low hepatotoxicity compared to other orals is noted. However, it's definitely a lot more toxic than, let's say, Osterine. Dosage wise would be 20 to 30 milligrams per day. I've experimented with 30 to 50. And the blood pressure increase and body heat increase is definitely noted in those higher dosages, and I don't think it's worth it. I think you get the best bang for your buck in the 30 to 40 milligram range per day. RAD 140, in my opinion, has the advantage of being dosed pre-workout. I think I definitely noticed the spike levels help a lot for strength, but remember to spread it out throughout the day if you are only dosing it solo. Side effects of RAD 140, as all androgens, could cause cholesterol imbalance, so that needs to be monitored through blood work, and it needs to be it is also very suppressive, so you need to have a full PCT on hand, such as Nova, Clomid, or Tormorphine on hand for a PCT after, as it's going to cause full shutdown, as it is basically a male contraceptive. Another thing to note with RAD 140 is, unlike the other SARMs, there's not as much medical data on it. It is a newer SARM. It was still being developed for a male birth control, So similar to how females have birth control, this was being developed for a male birth control. So it will definitely cease sperm production. So you can note that in the higher dosages that sperm will definitely become more watery and clear because RAD140 is doing what it's intended to do. RAD140, in my opinion, personally, I've noted the biggest strength increases, hilarious strength increases from it. More muscular endurance. I'm able to do more sets and more reps with weights, as well as increase my working sets. And I broke a ton of PRs using RAD solo. RAD on top of the base of testosterone is going to provide dramatic gains that are in theory healthier than just blasting testosterone, as RAD140 is a lot more selective to just skeletal muscle and bone than testosterone, which isn't very selective at all. Overall, I think RAD140 is very powerful and has become one of the most popular SARMs. I remember when I first documented it, everyone didn't really want to give it a shot, but its results for people around the world have made it one of the most popular SARMs, and I get a lot of good feedback about RAD. However, like I said, there are side effects to anything in life, and I hope that helped you. Remember, you need to have a full PCT on hand after RAD, and you probably want an AI in case you have any estrogen issues at the beginning of the cycle. Otherwise, you will definitely get monster strength gains, and is definitely an advantage in athletics or muscle endurance, and it is going to provide a drier, harder look for your lab rat's physique and a much more denser, harder muscle. It is being utilized even at the top level of bodybuilding, like I said, so they are throwing it into their big pre-contest steroid stacks. It has proven itself to be very good at holding zero water and hardening and creating more vascularity even at top IFBB level. Whether you believe me or not, that just happens to be the truth, but you might not believe me. But overall, I like RAD140. It definitely has a lot more side effects than the other SARMs. It's not really my most favorite SARM, but when it comes to gaining strength, it's very hard to be beat. Personally, I gained more strength with RAD140 solo than I did blasting testosterone. Did I gain more size blasting testosterone? Absolutely. But more strength, muscle hardness, density was definitely RAD140. It's no joke, and if you look at the medical studies, you can see the absolute strength of it is nothing to laugh at. And go look up the anabolic to androgenic ratio of it, and you'll see it's no slouch. So hopefully you enjoyed my little advanced review of RAD140. Feel free to comment your thoughts on it down below, as well as subscribe and share my channel around. I hope to see you in my next